Okay, holy fuck, that plane video. Ring doorbell camera. Okay, we're interrupting the broadcast because MHUD wants us to check out the plane video. Ring doorbell camera, the video of the plane crash in Philadelphia near Roosevelt Mall at Cotman in the Boulevard in Northeast Philadelphia. The crash ignited a massive explosion, setting several homes on fire. The plane appears to be on fire before impact. What? Oh my God. Dude, a thing that I don't understand about stuff like that is insane. That might be the most insane fucking plane crash video I've ever seen. Chatters in the live stream are calling it a missile already. Yeah. What is wild about this is like, Jesus Christ. Dude, the people that are more likely to support Trump are the people that also believe in, like, you know, the rapture and shit like that, right? And what I will never understand is how these guys also don't look at the current situation and think, holy crap, there is something going so wrong. Like, I'm not Mr. I care about signs at all, right? I am not a particularly spiritual person. And what blows my mind about this kind of thing is that it literally feels like the world is ending. Like, you got planes falling out of the sky. You got unlimited wildfires, unlimited floods, all this stuff. And these guys don't even think it's like the second coming of the Antichrist. Like, how do you not see this as like a bad omen?
Breaking tonight, we're getting some word out of Northeast Philadelphia of what's believed to be a small plane crashing into a number of houses there. Waiting for some pictures there. I think we have them coming to us from Fox 29 in Philadelphia. Fires burning in multiple spots. If you know that area, Northeast Philadelphia, Cotman Avenue and Roosevelt Boulevard. We're being told by Fox 29 that multiple fires are burning. There are pieces of what appears to be this airplane scattered here. That's from Steve Keeley, one of the reporters from Fox 29 on the ground. You can see some of the fires there. Authorities closing off those.
It was a Mexican air ambulance. Learjet 55, jet rescue air ambulance. Country of registration is Mexico. Oh boy, can't wait for the fucking conspiracies. Oh my Lord.
Areas.
It's a sad state of affairs when devastating things happen, and immediately when devastating things happen, immediately I'm like, oh God, people are gonna get extra fucking insane over this shit. Yeah, this is a second plane crash. It wasn't a Cessna. It was a air ambulance. It was a. We just saw it. It's this plane, a Learjet 55. It's a small plane. Oh my God! I knew a coworker who believes heavily that the rapture is coming. Big mega church near me is saying it will happen any day now, and they're so excited for it. The more awful things get, the more excited. Fox 29 stream.
Engine failure. People don't understand this. When engines fail, the airplane, airplanes will keep going. I mean, they just need to move through the air to create lift. I mean, they'll definitely go. They won't go indefinitely. At some point, they'll come back down to Earth, but not like that.
Right. That was like a nosedive to the ground.
Yeah.
It was.
And Fred, witnesses are reporting just an immense.
Hold on, I'll be back in a second, chatters.
And with this possibly being a medical flight, what kind of equipment does a medical flight carry? Oxygen tanks, things that could explode? That's kind of my question.
Yeah, no, it's a great question, and it depends. So the question that raises two
let's get back to
questions
this.
with, right? So then there was another one, Canada Regional Jet, going to South Bend, Indiana. That airplane looks like it got where it was going. One of these Lears looks like it's still up going where it's supposed to. So it's really hard to tell kind of, what's going on. I mean, it's some people are saying it was a Lear. Some people are saying it was a Canada regional jet. So who knows?
Okay. Fred TC, thank you for joining us, giving us your expertise, and I appreciate what you very much helped us try to understand what happened here. So thanks for your time. We're going to get back to Steve Keeley on the ground. It's been a while since we've talked to Steve, probably at least 20 minutes or so, as he has tried to...
From MHUD. This guy was in a drive-thru trying to order food when the plane crashed behind him in Philadelphia. Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh, shit. A plane just fucking crashed. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. A plane just fucking crashed. Oh, shit.
I was there? Really? Look at the pictures of what's left of the plane. So what's the speculation as to how this plane was like lit on fire? Do we have any idea? What are people saying?
Allahu Akbar.
What?
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's normal for a Muslim American to react that way before people freak the fuck out. Okay. Calm down, you know?
That's a plane, bro. That's a plane. I caught that on camera. Yo! Yo! Allahu Akbar.
Yeah, I mean, as Demasius also correctly points out, I literally said Jesus Christ when reacting to it, which is no different, okay?
Yo! 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 Oh my God! La ilaha illallah! La ilaha illallah! La ilaha illallah! La ilaha illallah!
Why do you say Jesus? Aren't you Muslim? I am incredibly Americanized. That's number one. Number two, Jesus is like Muslims also recognize Jesus. I don't know if you knew that or not, but not that I'm like a practicing Muslim anyway, but Muslims recognize Jesus as a prophet. Just not the Son of God, I think.
La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. Oh my God. What the hell? Yo.
That's wild to be like,
God.
I'm going in. I wouldn't do that, but
Allahu Akbar.
dude, holy crap. It is just, it's perished. It's completely it's gone. It's total and utter, complete annihilation, total destruction. There was a man on fire. I can't watch that. Oh my Lord. It's truly insane stuff.
scene this is, and still I have not gotten any information on potential victims on the ground. This was a crowded mall. It was a packed Cotman Avenue waiting for the traffic lights at the boulevard, and I know firsthand because I was in it moments before or moments after on both sides. So there's your update. I'm going to go back over the scene. I'll get right back to you, and we expect to hear from, I know Police Commissioner Kevin Bethel just arrived. We'll hear from police, and we'll learn what they know at this early juncture still. As you hear sirens, fire department, ambulances leaving, and it's also a gruesome scene. I was warned at one point. Everybody was moving me back to be for our safety and other things. It's just awful scene, and the police and the fire department doesn't even know the extent of everything that happened just yet, because Cotman Avenue is one of the busiest streets in Philadelphia, along with Roosevelt Boulevard, at the busiest time of day, evening rush hour on a Friday.
All right, Steve Keeley, get to safety, and as soon as you have more information, we will check back in with you. You are doing an awesome job out there.
And I was going to ask Steve about injuries. He obviously has no information on that, but I mean, objective one for first responders is to find anybody on the ground who needs medical attention. And I don't know if you can hear me, Steve, but have you seen any patients being loaded onto gurneys, people being scooped up by ambulance or police officers in need of medical attention, anything like that? Okay, I think he took off. It's very fluid for him.
Right.
We're trying to get him back on the phone. When we do that, we can. But as you mentioned earlier, Dawn, Governor Josh Shapiro is the one who really helped shed some light on this plane, the occupants, the 6 people on board a medical flight.
This is a different plane than the one that we were covering in D.C. This happened in Pennsylvania, in Northeast Philadelphia. NBC has a special report on it.
Doesn't tell us much. It tells us it happened relatively quickly after takeoff. That much we do know. We don't know how high in altitude the aircraft had reached before the descent occurred, but what we do know is that shortly after takeoff, air traffic controllers lost contact with the aircraft.
When it happens earlier than maybe towards the middle or the end of the flight, does it make it any more difficult for the pilot to somehow try to save the flight, save the aircraft in any way, or there are just moments when you just can't?
It depends on the issue, and that's why it's always hard to kind of try to figure these things out until you get to the core questions. It's hard to know.
On jets like that, before takeoff, are they routinely inspected? Are they inspected at different points, throughout their flight hours? How does that work?
That's an airworthiness question. I think that would have to come down to someone from the agency who's dealing with certification.
Okay, Todd, we appreciate that. We're gonna listen back to our affiliate in Philadelphia on their ongoing coverage.
A lot of concern and worry too, not just about can they. Okay, sorry, there's a phone right there. Yep. Oh no. There's nothing you can say. We're live, so I'm not trying to put you on the spot. Appreciate you. Got you. Here. Okay. Appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate that. So we're still waiting for that update. Try to get us some information, but they didn't want to go on with anything. But here's the other view right now. We're at Cotman and Bustleton down at the other end, and I can tell you in the video that we have, and presumably some of the video that you've been showing, that is the area that was engulfed in flames. That was the area that had damage to the building. That was the area where some of those cars were damaged as well. So there's a lot going on right now. We're being pushed back once again out of the road. So we'll send it back to you. Hopefully we'll be able to get some information to you guys soon on the record. It looks like they're starting to plan stuff right now. But let's send it back to you guys in the studio.
Aaron Baskerville live on the ground. We're hearing that we can see right there that Aaron Baskerville and our crews are being asked to move. Deanna Durante, who's also there on the ground, says that she's hearing authorities telling people to leave on foot, even if they don't have transportation to get out of that area. Just the imperativeness of getting close to this plane crash and possibly residences that were damaged as well.
Traffic just that bad, they're telling people to walk instead of drive.
I believe we have Siobhan McGurl joining us now. Siobhan, what can you tell us, and where are you exactly?
Yeah, hey guys, we're right in that same spot Aaron just was, right here at Roosevelt and Cotman. They just told us to take a step back, but before they did, I was able to talk to that firefighter right there on scene. I said, hey, what are you seeing? Can you tell us? He says, we are far from that still very active. As you can see, they still have a lot of work to do here. I asked about evacuations. I was over on Rupert Street, and the police were starting to evacuate people there. Fire officials said, oh yes, evacuations are underway. You can see that smoke coming from the scene. Dozens of law enforcement and first responders here. They are telling us to push back right now. So Miguel can come, so we'll be on the move. All right. Thank you, sir. You got it. Thank you. As you guys can see, a very fluid situation right now. Still a lot of work happening. As our crews have been showing you.
Madness.
Law enforcement, fire, all over. Driving here, even when I was
trying to
driving
figure
in.
out what happened, but they knew that there was a lost aircraft. They saw it, they had it, and then it was gone.
And you can tell, just as we anticipated when we first came on, we could tell by what we were hearing from early reports of law enforcement pushing people out and telling people to close their windows and evacuate, that at some point they would broaden this investigative scene. What's happening is the debris field has widened.
I want to clarify something. I know I initially said, oh, it's a small plane. They crash all the time. It's not that significant. But I had not realized that it had literally crashed into a crowded suburb. So yeah, no, it is. This is an understandable story to cover as well. It's not like it's just a Cessna that fell in a field, like, you know, by a beloved actor who was flying drunk or something. You know what I mean? This is a pretty. It's a medical flight. It crashed into a suburb of northern Philadelphia. Like it's a not a suburb. It's still the city. I mean, okay, it crashed into northern Philadelphia, a city. So it is a significant story for sure. It's pretty crazy.
And we heard from Tracy Davidson that Governor Josh Shapiro put out a statement saying all Commonwealth resources are being used as they respond to Northeast Philadelphia. We also just received information and a statement from Philadelphia City Council, Councilmember Driscoll, Mike Driscoll, saying, my heart is heavy as we continue to learn more about this tragic plane crash in Northeast Philadelphia. We're in direct communication with our emergency response team to monitor the ongoing impacts to the immediate and surrounding area. This is an active emergency response situation, sadly, with reported mass casualties. That is the first time we heard about that. We knew there were 2 people on board that plane, that medical jet, but according to this statement from Philadelphia City Council, he is saying that sadly there were mass casualties. Right now, our focus is on the needs of our first responders on the ground, as well as the individuals and families impacted by this tragedy. We ask that people please avoid the area. We will continue to monitor as this unfolds. Our prayers are with everyone right now. Again, him echoing what we have heard so much from our reporters on the ground, people being asked to avoid the area. But it raises question about how many people could potentially, unfortunately, be impacted by this, far beyond the people who were on that plane, on that medical jet.
We do know that there have been several vehicles that have caught fire, according to witnesses on the ground. We know 3 homes caught fire at St. Vincent's and Calvert. And we know that there have been numerous other businesses impacted by the crash here. This is video again that we showed you earlier that just shows you this is part of the investigative scene right here. This is the debris field. These are things that happened as a result of this plane crash that you're seeing right now. Things still on fire. And we know that things are still burning even at this hour from the plumes of smoke that we see behind our reporters who are giving us a first feet on the ground appearance of what's going on.
Again, to summarize what we know, a Learjet 55 crashed around 6 o'clock this evening, 6:30 p.m. local time, we are being told. After departing from Northeast Philadelphia Airport, there were 2 people on board the plane en route to Springfield Branson National Airport in Missouri. The FAA, the NTSB investigating. We're being told that the NTSB is already gathering information. We also know that 3 homes caught fire. The location of those homes are at St. Vincent and Calvert. And we have heard from people on the ground that not only did they feel the ground shaking and saw an explosion, but we also know that there's just a lot of heightened anxiety because of what happened yesterday, because of that plane crash as well. People being asked to stay out of the area because of the fumes, because of the smoke, and to not get in the way of medical personnel who were trying to get to that scene.
I want to show you a piece of Nest video that's into our newsroom now to give you another view of exactly what's going on, of what we've seen this evening. Here it is right here. Exactly what happened. You know, that video also has a timestamp on it as well. And if you notice, it's pretty similar to the timestamp that we saw on the other piece of video that we showed you. But yeah, as Jacqueline was just saying, we had reports of people who felt the ground shake. They saw vehicles on fire, and just a very unnerving predicament to find yourself in on a Friday evening. In this scene right here, dozens of first responders on the scene, the emergency management office telling people to stay away. Heavy smoke is a big concern right now. Stay inside. They are staging a media area at Cotman and Bustleton, but as they do that, they're trying to evacuate people. We heard, I think it was Aaron Baskerville or either Siobhan McGurl say that the police commissioner was on the scene there. So presumably we expect to hear from him and get an update from him. We heard our Deanna Durante say that they were trying to get as many police officers who were available to be a part of the scene to control traffic in this very busy part of Northeast Philadelphia. We have our Shire Arias, who is live on the scene, who earlier showed us a piece of debris that was...
Having a favorite plane channel is about to become very normal. I know. I know. Boy, was I wrong about the plane enjoyers in general. Yo, Hassan, you look mad Turkish right now. Thank you. What an end for the first month of the year. Trump is really going to burn down America. Yeah. Trump is president. It has been 11 days of the Burger Reich so far. And on the 11th day, a second plane has fell out from the sky. I don't think this is necessarily Trump's fault, to be fair. But it certainly is a bad omen. Let's just say. Pretty crazy. I also, like I said, do not understand how people who are religious don't see this as like a scary situation.